Hello friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see how to return a custom dataset based on a value selected in a drop-down. For this example, I have created a simple dataset which shows the sales volume for 4 different cars over a period of time. The time frame I have converted into quarterly basis. I've got 3 simple attributes: the total units sold for that car in that quarter, which is the top variant, and which region topped the sales for that car in that quarter. Let's start off. The first thing is we type down all the car names, and we are going to write down the value where the metadata is, the cell ranges basically. So for the car Alto, we've got the metadata or the sales volume between B2 to D12. This is where we have got the sales data for this particular car. Similarly, for Ritz, we have got between E2 to G12, and for Swift we got H2 to J12, K2 to M12 for CS. I will tell you why we are doing this in just a moment. The next step is to create a drop down for these car names. To do a drop down, all we need to do is go to data, click on this data validation, select a list, and the value is going to be these 4 car names. Yeah, now we got the drop down of all the car names over here. If you notice, the common parameter or the common attribute for all these 4 cars is the time frame. So let's copy this and paste wherever you want to have the output. Now we are going to use indirect function to achieve the final goal. What does the indirect function do? Indirect function basically returns the reference or the value based on the cell information, the row and the column information which we give. Let's take an example. So I give indirect, say A2 to B4. Now this is going to return whatever value we got between A2 and B4. So now that we know what an indirect function does. The second function which we are going to use is the simple VLOOKUP. Now what we are going to take from the VLOOKUP is VLOOKUP. The lookup value is going to be one of the car names. The table array which we are going to look up is this. We need to return this value, basically the cell ranges where the metadata is. So that is in the second column of this table, and we need an exact match. This is going to give an NA because this is blank, so let's select a car name over here. Now for Alto we've got B2 to D12. For Swift we got H2 to J12. Now remember what the indirect function do. If I give indirect of H2 to J12, it is going to return the value of this, and that's what we are going to do. So we are going to introduce indirect, and the input for the indirect is going to be the VLOOKUP function. That's it. So now you change the car name, and that's going to give you the data based on the car name. Now the reason I have kept J2 or H2 or M2 is we wanted to have the headers as well based on the product. So I've given just a sold instead of unit sold, just to depict how that changes. Now for CS we have got unit sold. If I select Ritz, this is going to just be sold. So what I'm trying to say is you can even change the headers, and this comes handy if you want to use the same function for multiple different use cases. Say for example you are having 4 different teams, say HR, operations, finance, etc. Their KPIs or the KRAs are going to be different. Say for HR it's going to be the number of HR cases handled, the turnaround time for each case, etc. For operations, it's going to be probably the number of calls attended, number of tickets handled, what's the touch time, etc. So this comes very handy if you have the headers as well included in this particular function. That's it guys. I hope you like this short video on how to use indirect and VLOOKUP to achieve custom dataset based on a particular input. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and share the video, and please stay tuned for further videos on Excel. Thanks a lot for watching and have a good day.